You ever think about how life is just like a faucet cartridge? When we start leaking, they just replace us instead of trying to repair us. Oh yeah, this video we're gonna repair this or replace this cartridge. First thing you want to do is shut off the water at the shutoff valves. Make sure they're shut off like that. And then we're gonna air it out, make sure all the water gets out. Just making sure all the air and water gets out here, so make the installation a little bit cleaner. There's an Allen key in there that you want to loosen up so you can get the handle off. This is the setup I got going on, and once that loosens up, you could just pop it right off. As you can see there, that's how it's held in. And make sure you keep an eye on the orientation of this cap right here. There is a longer end and a shorter end. You want the longer end facing out or forward. Go ahead, pop that off of a flathead screwdriver. And inside you see a brass retaining nut here. We just want to loosen that out so we can get the cartridge out. This is the new cartridge right here, and we want to keep in mind the orientation of that tab right there. So we want to put the new one in just like the old one. This is how I do it. They're not in that tight, so this usually works. It's just a brass nut. And there it is. So once that's out, you can get the cartridge out. But then, like I said, remember the orientation of this. There's a tab right here that you want to keep in mind here so that when you install the new one, it goes in the same way. Alright, so let's get that out. So this is how I do it. I use the sink, it's the faucet itself, as a leverage and just pry it out. If you get lucky, you'll be like me and it'll come just out like that. Inside you'll see how it goes in. There's two holes right there that lines up with the two nipples or tabs on the new cartridge. Want to clean that out as good as you can. I just use a paper towel. That's usually good enough. There's these two O-rings, white O-rings, that goes onto the new one here. I don't know why the new one didn't come with it, but it goes on like that. And as you can see, those two nipples I was talking about, they'll fit right into those two holes on top right there. So you can't really mess this up. It can only go in one way. Alright, so make sure you lubricate that O-ring right there with some silicone grease. Push it right in. You should feel it go in snugly. Wiggle it around, just make sure that's all the way in. And then we're going to put that retaining nut back on. Hand tighten it first so to make sure you don't cross thread it. And you should be able to tighten it pretty easy. And then just snug it with that the pliers. You don't want to over tighten that. Go ahead and snap that back on. And remember, the long side facing out or forward. This thing was a lot easier with two hands, since the O-ring kept popping off when I was trying to pop it in with one hand. As you can see, I'm struggling here. And with editing magic, I got it back in, everything back installed. And before we do anything, we're gonna take out the aerator here with this aerator key so that we can flush out any contaminants or sediments that are stuck in there. And this will be a good time to replace that aerator if you have a new one. Turn the water back on. Alright, and we got that new aerator right there ready for it. Just open up the water. It's going to be a lot of water coming out because there's no aerator on it, so it's full flow. And we're just going to flush out everything just like that. Just a few seconds. Hand thread in that new aerator and then tighten it with the key. Just like that. And that's how it should be right there. That's it. Super easy to replace this cartridge. It's just super hard to find it. And no more drips or leaks should be coming down to the spout.